Welcome to the Compost channel, and today we're tackling the issues of fertilizer shortages and cramped garden spaces. Gardeners often struggle with not having enough compost for all their plants. Instead of spreading a thin layer over the whole garden, we're going to focus on feeding nutrients directly to the roots. Let's take it nice and slow so the plants have time to adjust. Our first method is creating planting holes packed with essential nutrients. All you need to get started is a small trowel to dig some deep holes in your yard. These holes should be deep enough to hold a good amount of organic kitchen scraps. Go ahead and save all your leftover veggie and fruit peels from your daily meals. These kitchen scraps are loaded with awesome minerals that do wonders for improving soil quality. Just be sure to avoid putting salty food, oils, grease, meat, fish, or cooked leftovers in the hole to keep odors and pests away. Next, dump all those fresh green veggie peels right into the bottom of the deep hole. To balance out the moisture, you'll want to add a layer of dry fallen leaves from around your yard. This dry leaf layer plays a super important role in providing the carbon your soil needs. After that, sprinkle a little bit of bone meal or wood ash right on top of those dry leaves. Bone meal and wood ash supply plenty of calcium and potassium to boost root development. You only need a light dust. No need to overdo it, as these nutrients will break down gradually over time. Now all you have to do is top it off with a thin layer of soil to cover everything up. Sealing the surface like this completely stops bugs from moving in. At the same time, the soil cover helps lock in moisture, cuts down on odors, and gives you a clean surface to plant your new crops. Right on top of this nutrient-packed hole, you can now go ahead and plant your new seedlings. When the plants are young, their roots will draw water and nutrients from the topsoil, just like normal. As the roots grow deeper, they'll hit that rich food source right away. The natural decomposition underground happens continuously and smoothly every single day. Beneficial soil microbes will get to work breaking down the scraps into rich, organic fertilizer. This slow-release nutrient supply keeps your plants fed steadily, instead of shocking them with too much fertilizer all at once. Thanks to this awesome method, your plants will grow strong and healthy, even if the surrounding soil is poor. The soil gets looser and richer after every harvest season, thanks to the breakdown of kitchen scraps. You'll definitely notice the difference when the leaves turn a vibrant, healthy green. The stems will get sturdier, the root system stronger, and you'll see a noticeable improvement in how well the soil holds moisture week after week. This planting hole technique is perfect for fruit trees or long-term root veggies. You can also use it for tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, peppers, eggplants, or any heavy-feeding vining plants. It's pretty amazing how things we normally throw away can bring new life to the entire garden. This method doesn't just save you money on fertilizer, it's also great for the environment. Each little hole acts like a secret nutrient bank, quietly feeding your plants and improving the soil day by day. Just be patient and watch. Nature always has a perfect way of healing and renewing itself. Your little garden has now turned into a wonderful, fully self-sustaining ecosystem. So, we've just wrapped up this smart planting hole method that works wonders for improving open ground. But what if you don't have a backyard or garden space at all? Don't sweat it. We're moving on to our second method, designed specifically for super tight spaces. This approach is perfect for city townhomes, apartments, small balconies, cramped patios, or even a sunny windowsill. Let's repurpose those small plastic baskets usually used for kitchen knickknacks. These plastic baskets are super compact, making them perfect for your balcony. You can also use old plastic colanders, plastic containers, or small totes, as long as they can hold soil and drain well. For the first step, you need to poke some small drainage holes in the bottom of the plastic basket. If the basket already has lots of slots, just check to make sure water can flow out easily after every watering. Good drainage keeps the roots from getting waterlogged and rotting as they grow. Next, line the bottom of the basket with a piece of fine mesh or some old newspaper to hold the soil in. This liner keeps too much soil from spilling out while still letting excess water drain away. Now, mix together some loose potting soil and a little bit of well-rotted organic compost. If you have cocoa coir, rice hulls or peat moss on hand, toss that in too to make the soil lighter and better at holding moisture. Slowly pour this well-mixed soil into the plastic basket until it's almost full. Don't fill it all the way to the brim. Leave a small gap so the soil doesn't wash out when you water. Gently smooth out the soiled surface in the basket to get it ready for planting your radish seeds. Red radishes are absolutely perfect for small spaces because they grow so incredibly fast. Besides red radishes, you could also try growing lettuce, baby greens, green onions, or small herbs. Use your finger to make small, shallow holes in the soil, spacing them a couple of inches apart. Gently drop one of those tiny radish seeds into each hole you just made. Make sure not to plant them too crowded because if they're packed together, the radishes won't grow big and will end up stunted. Once the seeds are in, cover them up with a super thin layer of soil. Use a spray bottle to mist the soil evenly and keep it moist to kickstart germination. During the first few days, water very gently so the seeds don't wash out of place. Place the plastic basket in a spot on your balcony that gets plenty of morning sunlight. If the midday sun gets way too intense, you can give them a little shade so the young seedlings don't wilt. In just a few short days, you'll see the first tiny green sprouts poking through the soil. Seeing those sprouts pop up always brings a smile to your face because it means your little garden is coming to life. Taking care of radishes in a plastic basket is super simple and doesn't take much effort at all. Just make sure to water them regularly every day to keep the soil consistently moist. Check the soil with your finger before watering, and if it still feels damp, ease up on the water so you don't suffocate the roots. As the radishes start getting bigger, their leaves will grow quite lush and begin to overlap. At this point, a super important step is to regularly prune away any yellowing leaves. Trimming those yellow leaves helps the plant channel all its energy into growing the radish underneath. Plus, thinning out the leaves keeps the air flowing, which helps prevent fungal diseases from starting up. If you notice the plants growing too close together, thin out a few of the weaker ones so the stronger ones have room to thrive. You'll see the bright red radishes gradually plump up and start poking out above the soil line. This is a surefire sign that the plant is taking in nutrients well and is almost ready to harvest. Growing veggies in plastic baskets is truly a perfect solution for city dwellers. You can completely transform any little corner of your home into a beautiful green oasis. A tiny balcony, a corner of a patio, or a sunny windowsill can all become a place to grow food. Time flies, and before you know it, we're already at day 50 of our growing journey. This is the absolute best time to go ahead and harvest these juicy radishes. Before you pull them, give the soil a light watering to soften it up and make harvesting a breeze. Gently grab the base of the stems and slowly pull those bright red radishes right out of the soft soil. Harvesting something you grew with your own two hands is always an incredibly rewarding feeling. These fresh, crisp, and sweet radishes will make the perfect ingredient for your family meals. You can toss them in a salad, serve them as a side dish, or just enjoy the fresh flavor straight from your little garden. After harvesting, you can refresh the soil in the basket with a little more compost to get it ready for your next batch. Gardening isn't nearly as hard as you think, even if you live in a small apartment. With just a little creativity and patience, anyone can create their own garden space. Repurposing kitchen scraps and old containers makes a massive difference. It doesn't just give you clean, fresh food, it also helps you build a greener, more eco-friendly lifestyle. From a little hole in the ground to a plastic basket on a balcony, any space can be a starting point for new life. I hope these two simple methods inspire all of you to give gardening a try. Get started today and enjoy the wonderful joy of growing your own food. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time on our beloved Compost channel.